This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It sure is great being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this mini course, it's all about finger picking, and this is lesson 11 in the course. In this lesson, I'm going to build on the pattern that we worked on in lesson 10. So in the last lesson, we worked on thumb, index, middle, and ring together back to index. P, I, M, A, I, and that happened twice per measure. In this lesson, I'm going to add in the second half an alteration. So we're going to have thumb, index, middle, and ring, index, and then we're going to go ring, middle, index, ring. So ring, middle, index, ring. It's going to be great. Let's dive in. As a review, the letter P, when it's written in a finger plucking pattern, tells us to pluck with our thumb. So P equals thumb, and what we're going to do is pluck the lowest note of the chord. It's going to be on string 4, 5, or 6. When we do any kind of a D chord, we're going to pluck the open D string, which is the 4th string. Any type of A chord, we're going to pluck the open 5th string, because that's an A. And any type of E chord, we're going to pluck the low 6th string. The open 6th string, I should say, because that's an E. And that's all we're going to be using with the chord progression we're playing today, so that's all I'm going to review there. So for A, the open 5th string, for D, the open 4th string, and for E7, the open 6th string. The index in standard positioning is always going to pluck, and I for index is always going to pluck the 3rd string, or the G string. M for middle is going to always pluck the 2nd string, or the B string. And then A for ring, I got a ring on that finger, is going to pluck the top string, or the E string, the high E string. And that's going to be regardless of what chord we're playing. So sometimes the pitches won't be being played as the open string, but whatever pitch we're playing on that string is what will ring. But in standard position, we're always going to pluck 3rd string with the index, 2nd string with the middle, and top string with the ring. We'll worry about other positionings later on in this mini course. Okay, so let's take a look at this pattern. We learn all these patterns as we get going. You're getting used to this if you've been doing all the different lessons in this mini course using E minor. So we're going to get started just getting this pattern going on E minor. You can first just review P, I, M, A, I. So that's the first half. Middle and ring are sitting together over the same rhythmic values, so we're going to pluck those together. Thumb, index, middle, and ring, index. Thumb, index, middle, and ring, index. That was what was taught in the last lesson. Now in this lesson, the new part goes ring, middle, index, ring. P, I, M, A, I, A, M, I, A. Thumb, index, middle, and ring, index, ring, middle, index, ring. P, I, M, A, I, A, M, I, A. P, I, M, A, I, A, M, I, A. Thumb, index, middle, and ring, index, ring, middle, index, ring. P, I, M, A, I, A, M, I, A. You can kind of get that going and speed it up just a little bit. Once you feel comfortable with it, then we're ready to plug it into a chord progression. In this lesson, we're going to use the chords from the folk song, or the old like hymn type spiritual Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. I love this song. Down in the description below, there is a link where you can download a free copy of this sheet music in PDF format. So I recommend you do that. You can also follow the chord progression up here on the board, but you can follow the sheet music if you download that. So we're going to go ahead and play these chords. When we have one chord per measure, we play this whole pattern. So A, D, A, E7, A, and D are all one measure. So we would have A to D and back again. When we have 2 chords per measure, and there's some places where we're going to do the first half of the pattern twice, just like what was taught in the last lesson. So A is going to get P, I, M, A, I. And then E7 is going to get P, I, M, A, I. so we don't play the second half. When we have 2 chords per bar, it's important that we hear that thumb pluck on that low bass string so we actually hear the context of the new chord. Otherwise, it won't exactly sound fully like the new chord, so that's really important. So we're going to have A to E7. Those each get half a measure. Then we have a whole measure of A, then half on A and half on D, half on A, half on D. Then we have a whole measure on A, a whole measure on E7, a whole measure on A, a whole measure on D, half a measure on A, half a measure on E7 and A. Let's go ahead and play this. We'll go about that tempo. So we got 1 and 2 and ready and go. And A, D, A, E7, take it a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And there at the end or do a pinch. Now, let's go ahead and play this melody. Every time I use an actual song, not just a chord progression, we like to do the melody. It's written in both standard music notation and tablature. So, if you don't know how to read either one of those, there are quick answer videos that can get you started here in this online academy. Also in my method book series, there are books that can help you with note reading and tablature that also are linked to videos here in the academy. So lots of places to get help. I'm going to go ahead and do this. As I've mentioned in the previous lessons, you can use your thumb, or you can alternate thumb and index, or alternate index and middle, middle and ring, index and ring. A great place to start is just alternating index and middle, or just using the thumb, or alternating thumb and index. I recommend one of those three as you're getting going. It's good to learn to play melodies, and down the road you may want to be able to play solo guitar music, finger style, and that sometimes requires us to play melodies, so it's good to practice these. Playing this melody and singing along can also help us learn to sing the melody, and it can help us play the melody a little bit better. So I'm just going to alternate my fingers a little bit as I play this, just like so. May throw in the thumb, just see how I feel. But I'm going to go ahead and assume you already know how to, or you're just going to play along or listen along or sing along. I'm going to sing as I play as well. So sing low, swing low. So you got 1, 2, ready, and swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. 2, 3, 4. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. 2, 3. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming forth to carry me home. So that's the melody. Let's go ahead and put it together. The singing of the melody and the plucking of the chords. So you're 1, we'll go at that tempo. Here you go. Swing. 1, 2, ready, and swing low, sweet chariot, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming forth to carry me home. Okay, and that wraps us up in this lesson. Now, this is a great pattern that can be used in all types of music in 4/4 time. You can follow that same sort of approach that we used where we had 1 chord per measure. We used the whole pattern, and if we had 2 chords per measure, we used the first half twice. So that works great. In the next lesson, in lesson 12, I'm going to be going over sort of an adaptation of this pattern for 3/4 times. So that's going to be great. I'll see you then. I hope you're having fun playing the guitar.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.